So, Eminem brought us another surprise this year. This time it's side B to his earlier released album, Music to be Murdered By. You can consider this a deluxe, you can consider it an entire album. It's up to y'all, but it's 16 tracks with one that we're going to talk about in particular, Gnat. We're going to go bar for bar and break down those lyrics. So this track starts off with a chorus. They say these bars like COVID. You get them right off the bat. Infected with SARS and Corona. Like you took a bite off that. And it goes from Martian to human. That's how the virus attacks. They come at me with machine guns, like trying to fight off a gnat. This immediately sounds like it's just a diss track for COVID-19, which, sure, yeah, do it. Why not? By saying these bars like COVID, you get it right off the bat. Almost as if he's saying that his lyrics are a little more simplified than they actually are. That is clearly not the case, because if you know Eminem, nothing is always very subtle or straightforward with him. But yeah, you'll get these bars right off the bat. But also related to COVID, because supposedly it started from someone eating a bat. And then it goes from Martian to human, which is really just, in my mind, him calling himself an alien. Like he's out of this world, so these bars are transmitted from him to humans. Them coming at him with machine guns is just another Machine Gun Kelly diss. Because you can come at him like Machine Gun did, but he's just gonna fight you off like a gnat. Or it's like him, like when you come at him, like it's excessive. Like when you got gnats around, trying to fire a machine gun is just a bit much. It's doing too much. So, you know, you gotta go a little bit more carefully and precisely to kill gnats sometimes. This then goes into the first verse. Still stacking my chips, hoes, higher than Shaq on his tiptoes, atop the Empire State Building. This shit is like child's play, children. I will not annihilate, kill them. I'll fuck around and pile them 8 million. Dead little juveniles, wait till then. I'll await my trial date till then. So he's stacking up his chips, which is more of like a gambling or casino reference. When you stack up your chips, that's like, you can just have them to yourself, but you can also, usually people stack them up, and that's when they're placing their bets. And he's stacking them higher than Shaq on his tiptoes. Shaq is a very tall man, so for them to be stacked higher than him on his tiptoes means he's going all in. And he's on top of the Empire State Building, and him just being up that high at that level is like child's play to him. But he's not going to annihilate or kill them. He'll fuck around and pile 8 million. Piling 8 million, I'm not too sure what he's referencing there, but I think he's saying he's not gonna. I think he's just kind of playing it off, like, no, I'm not gonna kill them with my bars. They'll be fine. And then he's talking about dead little juveniles. Wait, children. That's just him trying to throw in a reference to that children line earlier, because children can sound like children if you say it quick enough. Ain't none you can never trump. Nah, Mike Pencil get killed. If you're hypersensitive, I wasn't referencing the vice president, chill. I mean, my penmanship at times tends to get ill, violence but with skill. That's why I hence when I write ends up with the mic and pencil getting killed. I don't think I need to explain that as much as the previous lines. Pretty straightforward. He's not a fan of Trump or Mike Pence. And to the people who are hypersensitive to that sort of thing, he's not talking about the vice president. No, that's not what he's getting at all. Yeah, I think this is just for his fans that are a little bit more right-leaning, who didn't really take well to what he's been saying about the current presidency. I think that's the safest way I can say that. Like, you know, my penmanship is just so ill, like, it's like violence. But instead of actual violence, it's skills. That's why when I write up ends with the Mike Pence, and people aren't gonna be happy about that line. But I think at this point in his career, he's pretty much gotten rid of those people from his fan base. And I'm still ride or die for the squad, so you know which side I'm on. If a battle line's ever drawn, but if I get involved, it'll be like K9s in a brawl. He's still ride or die for the squad. He might be talking about D12 or his fans, one or the other. So you know what side he's on. And if the battle ever happens and he's involved, it'll be like K9s in a brawl. Like having a dog just run up on you while you're in the middle of a fist fight can definitely be, can definitely turn the tides. But not similar to Mike Vick at all, because even if I don't have a dog in the fight, they ain't never gonna get rid of the fight and the dog. Got stripes like a tiger, so you might get mauled, a mic in the palms. He is making a reference to how Mike Vick got caught up in that dogfighting ring. Remember that from years ago, kids? Even if he doesn't have a dog in the fight, he's never going to get rid of that fight in the dog. So, like, if he doesn't have a dog in the fight, is like, even if he doesn't have a reason to fight, like, they're still not going to take that fight out of him. And he's got stripes like a tiger. Like, you know how people say you got to earn your stripes? That sort of thing. Like claws, I can swing right for your jaw and rip it off with one swipe of the paw. Bitch, you still on my dick or nah? If I suck your wife's a straw. I'm sick and I'm not going to cover my mouth next time that I cough. Continuing the tiger line, yeah, he got claws. And he's going to swing for your jaw and rip it off with a swipe of a paw. Tigers are strong. And then he just continues the COVID references with him coughing. This then goes into the chorus, which is the same. And then we have his second verse, which is the majority of the song. NDA got that dope that he sends to me. It's like pneumonia symptoms and contracting COVID instantly, which is what separates my flow from theirs, so that no one gets even close to this to pose a risk to me. So vocalistically, what? That's social distancing. He's talking about this beat. This beat has pneumonia symptoms, and it's like if you got pneumonia symptoms and you contracted COVID instantly. It's just so ill, it's so sick. And this is what, and I think he's talking about the song too, because then he goes into this is what separates my flow from theirs. So because his flow is so great and so much better than everyone else's, no one even tries to get close to him. Social distancing. Flow going viral, you best stay strapped with that Lysol and get way back. Get that Pine Sol and Ajax, because this dry cough is just like the football umpires calling a play back. His flow is going viral. Eminem's flow has been going viral over the last few years, starting with Rap God. And then he makes references to all these cleaners. And dry cough, which is also one of the symptoms of COVID. Bitch, back the fuck up like 15 yards. These rhymes are call for a face mask. Another 14-day quarantine. They're cordoning off everything. This should look like a horror scene, like me metaphorically. Because them stay-at-home orders seem like they just keep getting more extreme. He's continuing on that football reference that he mentioned earlier. So back up 15 yards, there's a penalty. And these rhymes call for a face mask. These rhymes are sick. Continuing on the COVID references. And these rhymes are so sick that they need to be in quarantine for another 14 days. Who knows when this nightmare will end, Marilyn, like Monroe, Norma Jean. Still got the heroin lyrical drip with that morphine and that Thorazine. Cause I'm so fucking dope and you a fiend. And that's the one thing that hasn't changed, nope, or some semblance of normalcy. He's got the heroin flow, heroin drip, heroin lyrical drip, and he mixes that with morphine and Thorazine. Because he's got all that. So he's the dope, and you're a fiend. And the one thing that hasn't changed in this pandemic is the people that are going for M, like his fans, his stans, basically. Like that's the one semblance of normalcy that he's seeing. But I might need that hydrochloroquine because I got that. The dark horse, I'm a nightmare. Mom fed me Valium like air. Thought that's why they called it a high chair. Hydrochloroquine is that drug that people thought would actually help, but hasn't been proven, I believe, to do anything. I got a contact like eyewear. Whoa, wait a minute, bitch. Let me lie here. 20/20 hindsight in my side mirror. Every year you drop the ball like Times Square. He's got a contact like eyewear. Contacts go in your eyes. And he continues on that eyesight contact line with 20/20 hindsight in his side mirror. And then every year he's looking at you, like, I think he's talking about other rappers, like, y'all keep dropping the ball, like in Times Square, like every year at the beginning of the year, Times Square ball drop, Happy New Year. My hair trigger whenever I got an idea, fuck now my name rings out like SpongeBob. And my drip was a drop in the bucket, so that gunshot. His hair trigger whenever he gets an idea. Gun bars. But now his name rings like a SpongeBob. Do you ring out SpongeBobs? I don't know about that, but I mean, you ring out mops. His his drip was dropped in the bucket, so that gunshot continuing that gun bar. You just heard just now in that one spot just came from the 9 mil that I just got. That's big bucks, and I got a full money clip and I'm loaded. I ain't even mean to go the fuck off. The shot came from a 9mm that he just got, and he's got big money. He's got a money clip, and he's loaded. I'm still totally inappropriate with an opiate, groping it while I'm holding it like a trophy. I'm hoping a little codeine will get me ODing. Whoa, everything is slow. I begin to floating. Yeah, he's still inappropriate with an opiate. Eminem's been clean for, what is it, 10 years now? Close to 10 years? And then he's hoping that some codeine will help him OD, and then everything slows down, because codeine tends to, it's a downer. So it'll slow you down, and you begin to float. I know that I'm getting loaded, the pen exploded. Hiroshima with the flow is a utopia. With the dope, I'm an OG, I'm like the GOAT. Here to get your goat, a little bit of sodium, it's an assault. And now he's just talking about when he's writing bars. He's writing bars so dope and so heavy, it's like the pen exploded. And the pen exploded kind of like the nuke in Hiroshima. And then, yeah, he's an OG. He is a GOAT. When I'm at the podium at your throat, holy camole, I'm in the zone with the shit I'm on. Get Imodium and a commode because nobody's even close. You're petroleum to plutonium, you're a phony. When he's at the podium, whether that be him making a speech or him talking his bars, or like like if it was like a competition, like that sort of podium, I forgot what it's called now. He's at their throats, and he's saying, get some Imodium because diarrhea. And then he's just basically saying, like, you're petroleum, I'm plutonium. The energy density of plutonium is far higher than petroleum, so the available energy that comes out of me is far greater than what you have. Like, you'll just blow up in a little puff of smoke, but I'll just keep going. I'm at the crib with your hoe, got her at the pole, like voting with no clothing, stripped down to a toe ring, and here we go with the gloating. I've got my nose in the air like a Boeing. Then I got into a little bit of an argument with her. He's got his nose in the air like a Boeing because he's gloating. So his nose is so high up in the air that he's just gloating. Kind of like how planes, when they take off, like planes go upward. So I took a little lick of a Klonopin at dinner. Then I hit her with the motherfucking Ottoman and bit her. But then I shot her in the liver, delivered her to the bottom of the river. But I'm probably going to jump in the water with her. Yeah, I guess he got into an argument with her and killed her and threw her in the river with a lot of money because I got a lot of it. And when it comes to dripping, I'd be stopping like 100 miles an hour. Never running out of either. I'm one of them. I gotta get it cause... And then the chorus. Yeah, that last line is pretty straightforward as well. So not a whole lot to explain with it. Yeah, this whole track, it's a constant reference to COVID, but also really just him on his braggadocious shit. That's kind of what Eminem's been on for a little while, like just basically saying how much better he is than everyone. It's really just what's expected at this point. I like that he won't leave Machine Gun Kelly alone now. I mean, honestly, he deserves it. It's just funny that it's still continuing. One of my favorite lines really is, well, not even one of my favorite lines, but one of the things I really like that he did on this track was having a lot of wordplay. So like with the mic and pencil line, as well as the chill then children line. Those are just fun. And I feel Eminem does that well. That is something that he does often. With that said, I did enjoy the song. It was cool. Eminem just straight up stole the show, even though there was a beat switch, but it was still just very focused on Eminem. Like the beat almost fell away from me. It's a cool beat, like when I actually like listen to it or listen for the beat, but as far as the song goes, it's just an Eminem song. It almost sounds like it's done a cappella. But anyways, that's just me. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything or misinterpreted anything in these lyrics, because I very well could have. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns like this one. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.